Rúben Amorim's future is going to be decided in these next 2 months. These 2 next months are going to be absolutely decisive of if Amorim stays at Manchester United or leaves. Now, before I start, could you like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for doing so. Now, the fixtures are near enough impossible for this current Manchester United team. Remember, this is a team that just lost to Brentford 3-1. By the time of recording, they're going to play they're going to play Sunderland at 3 o'clock. And I'm assuming they're going to lose to Sunderland. And after this, the fixtures just get tough. Now, after Sunderland, they got to play Liverpool at Anfield. I mean, I don't think they're going to win. I mean, there's no chance, especially with the system that Amorim is going to play there. Absolutely no chance of winning. Then he's got to play Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, Brighton and Hove Albion is a tough match and a quite underrated team. The only benefit, advantage that Manchester United do have is they are at home. They are Old Trafford, so they got a chance here. Then they've got Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest, that's going to be a real tough match. If they have a change of manager, and there's a good chance of that happening. And I'm going to make a video on Ange Postecoglou as well. But if they do change of manager, it's going to be a tough match. If they keep with Ange, you never know. It's going to be a crazy match. It's going to be El Sacico. Whoever loses gets sacked. Then they're going to play Tottenham Hotspur, and they are Old Trafford again for Tottenham Hotspur. And this Tottenham Hotspur team is really, really good. At the time of recording, they're about 4th place in the league, and Thomas Frank has really got the Spurs team going, and they've a great squad. And obviously they can improve, but he's getting them to play great football, and so far he's done great. And then they're going to play an easy game, West Ham United. Now, West Ham United is actually in December. Before those 2 games, they've got Everton and Crystal Palace. Now, Everton, they've actually got a chance of beating, but Crystal Palace, I don't think they got a chance as well. And it's the Everton match that he's got to win Amorim. And the match after that, and after that one, he's got to win that. Crystal Palace, okay, if he loses, I probably understand. But West Ham, I feel like he's going to get sacked before the West Ham match if he loses the majority of these games, and he probably will. Let's go game by game of what's going to happen in each match. Let's start off with the Sunderland game. I mean, you probably know what the score is already, but I'm recording this before they've actually played, and I think they're going to lose to Sunderland, and that's already 1-L. There's going to be like 8 fixtures, and then he's going to go to Anfield. Now, Anfield away for Manchester United is a big match. The fans are going to be absolutely insane. And the fans probably should back Amorim here. But I feel like there's an off chance, that they'll start hating on Amorim. They'll be like, sacked in the morning, that stuff. And I feel like that's probably what might happen. And that'll probably demoralise Manchester United. And I feel like there's a chance for another 7-0 happening. I feel like it's probably going to be more of a 4-0. But it's a big chance of another 7-0 happening to Manchester United. I think he'll do 7-0 to Liverpool. And you got Salah scoring, Ekitike scoring, Isak scoring. The amount of attackers they've got. And this is a match where Wirtz, he's going to open his account in the Premier League, either a goal or assist. And to be honest, there's a good chance he'll get sacked here. But I don't think he will. Then you've got Brighton Hove Albion. This is another match where I think they'll be lucky to get a draw. They are at Old Trafford, but I think they'll lose this one, to be honest. And it'll probably be because of a defensive calamity. And I'll say 2-1 to Brighton. I think this is a match that's going to be so hard to win. But if they can win that with the system that Amorim plays, then he's definitely he's got a chance of staying in the Manchester United job. I mean, for his well-being, I don't want him to stay at Man United, because before this guy came in, he had hair, his eyes were okay, and ever since he went to Manchester United, he's losing his hair. He's got red eyes, man. I feel so bad for the guy, but I mean, probably gets loads of money, and I feel like he really needs to win against Brighton. But I feel like with the quality of players Brighton have, I think they will beat Manchester United. That's what I think. Then they've got Nottingham Forest. Now Nottingham Forest, it's going to be a tough one, but I think they will win. But I'm assuming Ange won't get sacked until here. And if he does get sacked, another manager comes in. New manager, new system. They have to set everything up. Sometimes you get a manager bounce, but I don't think they will. And even if Ange stays, I think Amorim's system, because of the players that Man United have, like the likes of Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Umbremo, the likes of Cunha, and I feel like those players will be able to get past Nottingham Forest team and eventually go on to win the match. And I feel like they will go on to win the match. And Forest, they've had a bad run of games so far, and I feel like they still continue. And I think they will lose to Manchester United. That's what I believe. And then another match later, it will be Tottenham. Now Tottenham will be away, and being away to Tottenham, I feel like it's gonna be a bit hard unless you're Chelsea. Chelsea, they always used to win at Tottenham. Used to be called 3-point lane to mock Tottenham because we always used to go there and get the 3 points. And I feel like for Tottenham Hotspur, against Manchester United, I think Tottenham are going to win this match because it's just they're much more organised. They're much more of a team than Manchester United is. They know the system they're playing, and this system really actually does work. And yes, they do have Champions League football, but I feel like still this is a match where Tottenham will go out and they will be victorious in. And it's not looking good so far. If these matches, as how I say they will go, if this actually happens in real life, I mean, Amorim's going to be, I think he'll get sacked, probably at this point. It's a good chance. But let's say he doesn't get sacked. If he doesn't get sacked, then he'll play Everton at Old Trafford. And Everton at Old Trafford, I feel like this is a match he has to win. David Moyes, he's going back to Old Trafford. He has a point to prove. But I still think Amorim, he's going to win this one. And if not a win, they'll get a draw at least. But I feel like they go out and win. And the thing is, I feel like at least by now, if he's still at the club, by the Everton game, they should know his system. They should know how he plays. And if the system works, that's a different thing. But they should know the system. They should know where to go. And I feel like the defensive calamities might stop here. And if they do know how the system works and everything goes to plan, then I think they'll be able to beat Everton. But at least they'll get a draw. I don't think they'll lose to Everton at Old Trafford. I just don't see that happening. And I feel like Manchester United will go on to win this match. And so far, that's like 9 points. You could put 7 points. And that's if you're, lucky against these teams. And you won't play, one of the top 6, the big 6. And that's about in 4 games. So you got about 7 points in 4 games. That's like lower mid-table form. And that's not good for Amorim. And then you're Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park. This is a match where they're definitely not going to win. I mean, second Liverpool game, they're just not going to win them. Crystal Palace, I'm assuming they'll keep up with the form that they are right now. And they'll be winning all the games or drawing some. But, still, by the Manchester United game, I still believe Crystal Palace will be in the top 5. That's what I believe. And I feel like the Crystal Palace team, they also play a 3-4-3 with a different variation because they have 3 centre-backs, then 4 like the midfield, left mid, right mid, or you could say wing backs, and then the 3 up top is 1 striker, and you have like 2 like kind of cams, but like they can also go like that way. And I feel like this is a match of Crystal Palace, they should really be winning, and I think they will win. Then it's the match that I feel like will get Amorim sacked if he's already not sacked at this point, and if he doesn't win this game, is West Ham. Now West Ham, this is going to be a match that they really need to win. They're at Old Trafford, no excuses. A poor West Ham team, and yes, Nuno is a great coach, but it'll take some time for the players to get used to and to get everything set up, to get everything flowing. And it's really going to be a tough match for West Ham. But I feel like Man United, they'll get a lucky win, and I feel like Harry Maguire will go and score. But I feel like Amorim would have been sacked already by then, and this would have been the new manager's first game. That's what I'm assuming. But if he does stay, and he does go and win this match, I mean, that's what, 9 points in about six games. I mean, that's quite horrendous, isn't it? Sorry, not 6 games, 8 games. So that's literally a point per game, pretty much. And that's sackable. As Manchester United manager, you should be sacked for getting 9 points in 8 games. I mean, you have no excuse, no injuries. You've been backed. You've played your system. The players are somewhat obliging to your system. And you have been backed. I mean, even last season where he said, okay, I'm not going to focus on the Premier League, just the Europa League. And people were like, okay, at first, then they thought, okay, you're just making a mockery of Manchester United in the Premier League. But in the end, it nearly did work. He did go on to reach the Europa League final, but he did lose that. If he'd won that, maybe a different story. And the thing is, yes, you got a bye, last season by, saying you're not going to focus on the Premier League. But this season, you've started horribly as well. And you've got no European football to worry about. And you got knocked out by Grimsby. Yes, it was on penalties, but still, it's Grimsby. You should be winning them. And it's just horrible and shocking by Man United, And I feel like he should be sacked by at least before the West Ham game, in my opinion. Now, what do you think? Man United fans, what do you think of the fixtures? Could you like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.